Welcome to Gossips in the Dorm. My name is Anais, and
Fuck, can we try that again?
no, you just in a podcast you just keep going.
Okay.
You don't edit things out. So,
Bro, my gosh.
anyways, welcome to Gossips in the Dorm. My name's Anais, and I have here my roommate,
Grace fam.
and we also have our friend Raj sitting on the side. He doesn't really want to be in the video, so it's okay. But this is our first episode of the podcast that I'm hosting, and Grace is always going to be my co-host in these podcasts. Sorry to my sweet mates in the dorm, but
Too bad.
Every episode we're gonna have episodes. I'm hoping every other week or so, probably twice a month. This week's episode is going to be regarding just kind of how college has been, and hopefully we can kind of talk about things we've been able to kind of manage in our lives already. But anyways, do you guys kind of want to start with anything? I don't know. For me personally, college has been great.
I think college has been quite fun. Whoops, I'm not used to this mic. But anyways, I think college has been so fun. I think we've been doing so much together that it's honestly like kind of crazy because at least like the first first 2 weeks we didn't have like a lot of time to spend together just because we were figuring out our schedule, and there were like so many clubs that we wanted to try, so we were learning how to be like independent and on our own. But I feel like these like past 2 weeks and whatnot, like we've been like super tight, and like I really love it because like we still have time to ourselves, but we definitely see each other like way more.
Yeah, I just realized that we should probably point out what year we are and what major we are.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll start off. I'm a freshman. We're all freshmen, but I'm a freshman, and I'm majoring in fashion textile management.
And I'm a freshman too, as Anais just said. I'm in for nutrition science, but I am changing into business. I'm probably gonna do a concentration in IT or finance, and I'm going pre-dental. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Probably in the future I'll tell more about my decisions, because every time I say something, like people are like business and dental.
Yeah.
And I have to always give a spiel, but I'll give it later.
I think it'll be a fun journey.
Yeah, it will be. We'll see where I go.
Do you want to share, Raj?
Oh, absolutely. Wait. Okay, there's not enough space, but I am a freshman at NC State University, and I'm studying business finance at Poole College of Management.
Okay.
That was good.
But yeah, what were you saying? Oh, I did want to mention, like, part of the reason why we mentioned our majors is just like already my college is on Centennial. I already have to go to Centennial as a freshman, which is kind of insane. That's been a lot for me. Just like transportation wise, like in high school, obviously everything is there, but here you're not only walking to places, but you got to figure out transportation bus wise, and that has been like really insane. It's not very great, especially lately with the rain. It's always backed up, so that hasn't been fun. But like Grace said in the very beginning, we were getting used to our things. Like I knew I wanted to be busy, so I joined Color Guard. I got into the fashion magazine platform. I've been quite busy with those things, but after the first week, I kind of got into the groove of it, at least trying to figure out what times I should be doing my work and hanging out with people. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, that part I'm still struggling on. Let me be honest. Like, I love going out, and it's so fun, and I don't think my classes have picked up that bad yet. But definitely, like, I think the aspect that's hard for me is, like, getting myself to, like, focus on work. Because I definitely, like, I do my best to, like, study with other people and whatnot, but I think that I am someone who works a lot better when I'm on my own. But just finding, like, that, like, alone time and trying to, like, figure out, okay, like, when I even have alone time, it's like, do I spend it trying to decompress? Because over the summer, I spent almost every single day, like, having at least, like, a couple hours alone, if not the whole day alone. And so, college is a big change because you have people constantly, and people warn you, like, your friends are going to be your neighbors, or you're going to have the ability to see people all the time, but like no one really warns you like how you can be with your friends until 4 a.m. On a school night.
Yeah,
and
that's so true.
And I think that's so funny because you're like, well, of course I'll know when to go to bed, but it's like when you're with your friends and every day is low-key very fun and it's like a party, like you don't ever want to leave them. So figuring out when to study has actually been the hardest part for me. But honestly, at the same time, I feel like I have so much more like I have a lot more like brain capacity throughout the day. And I was just thinking about this like when we were at lunch. I was like, it was 3 p.m. And I was like, you know what? By this time, we would have just been let out of high school. And that was crazy to me because we had just started our day basically.
Honestly, yeah.
And it felt like, oh my gosh, we have like the rest of our day at 3 p.m. But really in high school, like by the time it was like 3 p.m. and we just got out of school, like it felt like the end of the day for me. I was like always like, oh no, I have like no time to do work. I have no time to do anything. And I feel like college overall has just given me so much more like perspective on truly like how much 24 hours is.
Yeah.
But definitely with freedom, there are some consequences when, like you're figuring it out for the first time. But it's just been overall really fun. Like I'm glad that, I am always around people who I really love and I feel like there's no regret. You know what I mean? And like having to like, spend all this time with my friends. I think it's been very fun.
Yeah. Like, I agree. In high school, it's like you have everything set in your day, and like you're going to get home, you're going to take a nap, or you're going to do your work. But college, it's like if you need a little bit of a time check, we're making this podcast at like 11:50 right now,
Yeah.
11:50 at night.
Yeah.
So our day has completely shifted. Because of that, our sleep schedules have shifted. Like we're sleeping much later, which is our choice. We still make it work, but honestly, like trying to figure out then again what times we want to be working on things, it really does rely on you because your schedule's always changing by the day. You're trying to figure out I told my boyfriend this. I was like, honestly, I've created such a organized schedule for myself that I know okay, I have this much time to study, I have this much time to eat, this is how long it takes me to get from one class to another, and then do this right after that. It is so like, I've never been so organized in my life. Like, it's actually insane. But I won't lie, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I still have senioritis. Something about it, it's like I have such a hard time trying to get back into work and study and stuff. It's just feels like a little difficult.
Yeah, for some context, I didn't do like the best in like my sophomore junior year of high school. I would say like those are the times that like I like was just struggling so bad academically. So like senior year, I don't know how, but I low key like, like just like strapped on my boots and was like, okay, like I gotta get good again. You know what I mean? And I feel like that has like definitely led into college. Like I have enough faith in myself that I'll get my work done, so I don't really stress. Although that kind of contradicts what I said earlier, where I was like, I don't have enough time to study and whatnot, or I don't give myself enough time to study. But when it comes to like motivation or like like getting myself to do work, I feel like that I kind of have down. I don't know, college has been kind of like, I think my classes are really interesting. I think that's a big reason why. Like now that I gotta get to like choose my own classes, I feel like, oh my gosh, like I am learning and it's fun. You know what I mean? Like I'm paying for these classes and it's worth my money. So I feel like in that sense, like I don't feel like my stuff are like tedious. You know what I mean? Like while senior year, you're like, oh, I've gone through these motions. I remember senior year, mind you, we were in the pandemic freshman year. We had to do virtual freshman year, so we didn't even have a freshman year. I was sitting down with my friends like senior year, and I was like, I cannot do this another year.
Yeah.
Like you cannot make me sit down for like another year.
Like of high school?
Yeah, of high school.
Oh my god, we were literally just talking about that today. We were like, honestly, sorry guys, so happy we're not in high school anymore, because then like so many things have changed since then. And then again, everything is like up to you, which has its quirks, and it's like, it's not always so great. However, like just there's something about it, like the independent life, especially that we're so close to home, we don't have to worry too much about if something goes wrong. But I love it a lot. Like I honestly, I haven't really gotten homesick because I see my family so often still. However, I do want to point out, Raj, you looked a little interesting when Grace said that classes are fun. Do you have something to say regarding that?
We're getting there.
As a business major, my classes are so freaking boring. I'm learning the most basic economics. So like if your parents tell you anything about economics, that's basically what you're learning, like personal finance wise. My classes, my schoolwork is all just reading. So I just have to sit down and read. Like I don't have a choice on, oh, let me just finish this assignment real quick. I just sit down and read. I do that in the beginning of the day because I like getting up earlier because my classes are 8:30. So I just get up at 7, finish my class, and I'm just done. I'm done with my work. Like Anais said, breaking your work down into like the stuff you need to do every single day to be successful. That really helped me. Because in high school I was a D1 procrastinator. None of my work would get done until the day of. And that took a toll on my mental because I'd be like, oh, I really got to do this. And I'm scrolling on Instagram for like 3 hours. But breaking your shit down into, oh.
Just
We're gonna have to
okay, keep
bleed
going.
that.
Down into like
It's
everything
okay.
that you need to do in one day. And yeah, don't take business. It's a lot of reading.
Hey,
It's not that easy.
Okay.
Actually.
I wouldn't say that. I'm actually thinking about taking a minor in entrepreneurship because I think you guys know that. But
Yeah.
I'm so interested in business. I feel like my concentration in fashion textile management focuses on design still, and I feel like I won't get enough of the business area that I want to, so that's why I'm choosing to take a minor. I was gonna go into a little bit more of like things we recommend for them or things we've been able to concentrate more on, things we've been able to handle. But if
Yeah.
you want to talk about anything regarding college in general, you can go ahead.
Nah, I got nothing.
Um,
Either way.
college in general.
Just like how it's been going.
NC State, there's not a lot of stuff to do on campus, so you gotta make sure you have your own friends. Unless you like playing volleyball.
Yeah, oh my
There's
gosh.
a ton of volleyball courts.
Heck
beach
yeah.
volleyball. So
Yeah.
we got volleyball, we got the gym, we got Howling Cow.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Hillsborough Street is honestly okay.
It's
It's-
just a street though, which
I-
other stuff
yeah.
to eat.
I agree with Raj. I think it's like who you hang out with will make it or break it. I think like I have so much to say about the first couple of weeks. Can I go to that real quick?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
There is something that always weighs on my mind. People are always like telling you like, oh, like the first 2 weeks of school, like you need to make your friends, like you need to meet your people, or you'll never meet your people again. And that's like so like untrue. And the reason why I say that is because you can talk to 30 to 40 people a day, and you can come out with 0 to 2 friends. It is really hard to make friends in college, especially when you start off, because most people flock to the people that they meet first, because it's, and I hate to say it, I mean, actually I don't hate to say it, you might hate to hear it, but it is so important to low-key have like temporary friends in the beginning of college, because those are the people who are going to help push you to like try new things, because you'll be like, oh, I have a friend to go with to do all these things. And you know what, that's okay that they're temporary, because you will meet your people later on. But that's the thing about it too, on the downside, is that potentially those people, they might not really be your people, and you might have to say like, oh, like I really hate to see them leave, but you will find the people who are better suited for you.
Yeah.
But that being said, I feel like the first 2 weeks suck so bad for me, because I am very extroverted and I love talking to people. And so I felt like this disconnect between me like talking to people and me getting actual friends. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? But it isn't like a personal thing. It's not what I'm doing wrong. And so now like couple weeks in, 4 or 5 weeks in, I realized like I've made a lot of great friends after the initial few weeks, because I let it die down, and like I actually made like real intimate connections with people. And you know what, like I have the most fun when I'm just like watching movies with my friends, or like if I'm just gonna go out to Hillsborough. Like Hillsborough itself, not that crazy. Going out with my friends, really fun. Raj freaking ate the ground twice
It's
on
honestly
a scooter.
it's not-
It was so funny.
it's like this kind of transition into like what we kind of recommend. It's not like, I totally get what you're saying, like the friends you make are not always going to be the friends you keep. However, the people you're with really is what makes the experience. Like then again, we go to Hillsborough Street. it's not all that until you're with the people that you're with, and it makes it 10 times better, especially if they're like eating crap on the ground because of scooters.
I'm
But
not taking this hate. There was a hole in the ground. I didn't see it. That's not my fault.
but I'm always going to be a promoter for Color Guard. But, you know, I think a lot of people know about my story. Like, my mom forced me to do Color Guard in high school, but that really motivated me to, I still love Color Guard, but it really motivated me to just do it in college. Because one, I know I'm going to enjoy it. I still love the activity, but two, I know I'm going to meet people through it. And if I already loved the community in high school, I know I'm going to love it again in college. And it has helped me so much with getting to be more open, meeting new people, already having a group of people to rely on and have friends with. Like, it has helped me so much just be relaxed and already have my peace in college. And then again, joining the fashion magazine, like being confident in knowing that I like fashion, and the people that I'm with, like getting to know them and getting to be in a community that is hopefully something that I will be in my future.
Yeah.
So, but if there was like anything else I could recommend, it's just really getting to know your schedule really well, being 10 times more organized. You know that rule that's like, for however many hours you are in class, 3 times that for studying. Yeah,
Yeah.
get used to that when you go to
Yeah.
college.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what other advice I have. Dining hall food is not that bad. I will say it. It's not that bad.
Whoa.
The way
It
he
depends
whips
on
his
where
body.
you go. It depends on where you go.
I
For lunch, the only good place to go, the only place that's worth it, is Case. For
I've
dinner, you don't have a
never
choice.
been to Case.
Yeah, that's on you actually. You need to go eat lunch at Case, because
We'll
Case lunch, the
find
mac and
time.
cheese there, absolutely goated. Feels like a grandma made it. I don't know, like it's amazing. Can't beat the grilled cheese sandwiches either. They have healthy stuff as well. That's why like Case is the go, because it's for athletes, so they gotta make sure that they have like,
Yeah, they make
all
it
that
extra
stuff there.
special for them.
yeah. For me, actually, my number one is Clark right now. Everyone says it's so bad, but I've
Clark
only
is bad.
I've
Don't-
only
don't
gone
Clark.
there for like lunch, and it's been great.
No.
Case has
Fountain's where it's
been.
at.
I
Yeah.
actually do like Fountain for its variety. I actually love their broccoli and cheese soup. And if we may, can I circle back to the point that you made before about like meeting your people and stuff like
Yeah.
that? Yeah. You can like go in knowing who you want to meet, or kind of like the community that you want to try to like see if like you're compatible with, and hopefully you do connect with them. Or you can be like me and you can just do a bunch of random stuff and then find out that you really like it.
I'm not suggesting at all that like you come into college with a set mind and you know what you want to do. I only did it because I know that I need that I need to be organized, and I'm like, okay, I know I need to do that, or else I'm never gonna like meet my group of people or be that open.
Yeah.
Like, everybody has it differently. Grace has it differently, and it works for her. I have it differently, it works for me. I think we really balance each other out personally as to why we're doing this podcast together,
Yeah.
because we both have very different personalities, but we definitely make it work out.
Yeah. Very different perspectives. I think both of us have like super great insight. There's things that I'm like always like, wow, Anais, did not think of that. And then I guess I have my moments, I guess. I don't know. I guess I have my moments.
You've definitely opened me up since we've gotten here. So
Yeah,
appreciate it.
What can we
And
say?
Raj, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
No, it's great being here. I appreciate being kind of
You're a
forcefully
guest.
invited to
You're
the podcast.
Yeah.
No, he wanted to be in it. He's a guest.
That's why I'm sitting inside the podcast.
It was consensual. That's another word you gotta really know in college.
But yeah, I think that
Sorry.
that kind of wraps it up for our first podcast. Side note, this podcast is for a project in particular. Doesn't mean that we don't enjoy this, but it's just kind of to see how our experiences with this go and if you guys like it or not. We do have other topics planned for the next episodes, but let us know if you want to hear about something in particular.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Much love.
peace out.